Alright, well, welcome back to art. Actually, it's a welcome back for me as well because I have not been drawing at all, mainly because of, well, work. I mean, if you watch my, let me rewind that. If you watch my Power Wash Simulator stream, you'd know that I was very busy with a production project. So yeah, that was really rough on my schedule. So the my general schedule was I woke up at 6:15. We were done at about like 21:30. I'm just gonna say 21:30 instead of 9:30 because that gets pretty confusing. Imagine it was like just there for like 3 hours. But we were done at 21:30 mainly. So I got back home at like 10:30, 10, right? And then I need to eat and then sleep. Well, obviously shower, eat, and then sleep, and then woke up at 6:15 again, and then rinse and repeat, right? So that was pretty rough, so I did not have time to do anything. It was nice in a way because it was very liberating where I could just like sort of detach myself from the rest of the world. Like the only thing that I could that I really needed to be concerned about was the project I was doing, right? That was the only thing that I need to be concerned with, which was a nice change of pace in life, because it was like, nothing else mattered except for this thing, right? So it was nice. Yeah, it's fine, sure. You know what? Hate drawing hands anyways. So I have not been working on this at all, so the work time is still 1 hour and 55 minutes. Now it's 56, but you know, you get the point, because it runs if I have any sort of change in whatever this is, right? So right, where was my reference sheet? Okay, there it is. But yeah, it was rough, but yeah, I know some people who are still working on that, and it was rough today in particular for them, because their particular part was standing up for 10 hours. I was like, that's rough, buddy. So yeah, that's fun. That is very fun, right? So yeah, I was fortunate enough to have a special skill to be you know what, let's just ignore that. Okay, no, that was okay, so how does this work? So it should be, oh crap, it should be a curve down, probably, right? Probably. I'm gonna erase the details. Oh no, this one. Yeah, okay. So that was rough. That was genuinely very, very rough. But yeah, I know some people who have to be there at 5. And I was like, Jesus. I was struggling when it was 6, right? Because I like it was just because it took me like it takes me like an hour to get to the place where the production takes place. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I don't think I will. So yeah, generally a pretty rough thing. How should I do this? Yeah, it should be, and then it's a sleeve like so. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, yeah, so I have not been doing art at all, which is fine. I just gotta catch up with everything, but also I've also needed to work on other projects as well, so that was tough. Yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty low energy nowadays. I think I'm still knocked out from the production, because that was actually rough. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I think that's all I'm allowed to say about it. It was just very, very rough in general for everyone. except that it's been rough for a couple people nowadays. But that's what you get with the work, I guess. All right. Okay, should be fine. Yeah. It's like the Jamie Oliver thing that Uncle Roger likes to use. Yeah. Oh no, I'm doing that. I'll go back to being normal. Okay, how does this work? Okay, it's just a giant band. Yeah, it's just a giant band. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Seems like that the sleeve is quite puffy. Not quite actually. So it should be, yeah, I think this should be okay, right? Right. Yeah, okay. So it should be like along this line over here. I'm just gonna draw out the sleeve shape first because I'm too lazy to do anything else with it. So yeah. Okay. Obviously this is going to have to be like more puffy generally, right? But yeah, that should be it. Also, Wuthering Waves is releasing tomorrow. It's a game by the same people who made Punishing Gray Raven, which I was a fan of, right? I just did not have time to play it because I already had like 3 other gacha games, so I was like, oh yeah, there's no way I can have time to have another gacha game, like to be invested in their gacha game. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna deal with this. But yeah, Wuthering Waves, it's also releasing on PC, which is nice. So yeah, my main problem with Punishing Gray Raven was that it was not on PC. So it was just kind of a pain for me to access it at the time because my phone at that time just did not have a lot of storage, so I need to use an emulator, and the emulator it was rough playing on the emulator. So it was like, yeah, nah, I'm out of here. So yeah, Punishing Gray Raven, I mean, I think it's definitely fun, but it's like once I start a game and I have to not like play anymore, then I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't feel like I need to. I don't feel like I want to invest more time into it to get back to where I was. So that was a thing. But yeah, Wuthering Waves is releasing at 10 p.m. in my time zone tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. There we go. And there we go. Nice. I mean, I actually wanted to play it on stream in the morning for Wuthering Waves. But I mean, it was releasing at 10 p.m. So I was like, bruh, am I really gonna have to turn this into a night stream? And yes I do. Because I was like, oh, I'm running out of games to play, or I'm not running out of games to play, but it's because like people don't really seem to be enjoying Undertale Yellow, which is fine, right? Not every game they need to be invested in, which is right. It's their time; they can spend it however they want, and you know, it's hard to pay attention to a game that you're not invested in, right? I watch streamers as well sometimes, and yeah, it's like it's hard to yeah, it's definitely hard to watch someone if you're not interested in the same thing. Obviously, you can watch people, yeah, you can watch things for the people, right? Like actors, right? You can watch like if you're a fan of like some of their movie, if you're a fan of an actor, right, and suddenly they switch genres, you don't necessarily have to watch everything they put out, right? That's just the truth, right? So yeah, I view Twitch streamers or streamers or content creators the same way, right? Just because like you have a attachment to that particular creator or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to really stick around with them for all this time, right? So, no, I respect it. I respect it. Right. Just might be a bit too. How's your sleeve work? I think that should be fine. I might have to change the sleeve a bit later on, I think. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Less diddly daddling and more doing, I suppose. It seems like generally, right, this is gonna be the tough part. I don't know. I didn't take any reference photos because again I was so preoccupied with doing other things that I was like, oh yeah, I have to draw. So that was a thing. So I don't really have any reference photos for this particular angle. So I think I'm gonna stop it over here and I'm gonna focus on a different area first, and then I'm gonna go back to it. So that's a thing, I guess. Alright, that's fine, I just gotta find my references, because right now my folders are everywhere. They are not really doing their own. I'm not doing my job of organizing them, but I've been a mess ever since the production. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's still sort of affecting me now. I still have nightmares about it. Which is so weird because you don't really expect yourself to have really, because you're like, oh yeah, it's one and done thing, right? You just do it and you're like, okay, I'm happy with it, and you know, that's back to my normal life. You know, that was just a curiosity at that time, right? But then you have like nightmares about it because for the days that you were doing the production, that was your life. You didn't have like any hobbies, you didn't have anything else. You were just focused on that. That was the only thing that you could really pay attention to. So that was a thing. So yeah, I had nightmares about that for days, which is really like indicative of of people who work with these sort of projects. It's like, if I got nightmares from doing that sort of work, and I did for like 3 days, if people who do this sort of production for like a living, I feel so bad. I would be traumatized by now. I would be like, oh, how are you guys? Oh man. Yeah, that was rough. I don't know how anyone actually does that, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, I respect it, right? I respect a lot of things. I respect quite a few things. Okay, how does this perspective work? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, okay, that's right, okay. Okay, so should be sort of the eyes are there, so it should be more of a downward thing because of the cheekbone. So there should be like a slight decline over here, and then it just sort of goes around over here, right? So it's sort of like this. Obviously the face over here is not representative of how it's supposed to look. So it's sort of like that. Okay, nope. I'm gonna need to it's gonna take a couple of attempts. Which is fine, right? Which is fine. I never expected to be easy. Yeah. How have I just been streaming for 14 minutes? I swear I've been streaming for my temporal awareness has been shambles, because at the same time during the production, like it passed by so fast. It passed by so fast. We started like the production at like 8:30. I just needed to wake up at like 6:15 because it just took me like, again, it took me like an hour to get to the production. So during that time, like, it just passed by so fast because lunch was about like at 15 or 16, right? Yeah. So 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, right? And it passed by really, really fast. So that's an unexpected thing for that. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, my temporal awareness has been shambles. It's either very fast or it's either so slow. I'm like, wow. Guess that's my life now. I mean, it was definitely a very fun thing to be a part of, but I don't want to do that long term, right? Oh boy. It's sort of lagging, which is kind of annoying. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna fix it from this because I don't really have a solid base for this, so. Ugh. I probably shouldn't have streamed today. I don't know, my streaming motivation has been pretty low recently, because yeah, life. You know, life happens and then you're like, I'm in shambles, and then you try and return back to the life that you had originally, and then you're like, wow, I don't really have the same tolerance I had back then. Such a weird thing. But I still need to draw. I don't know, because usually that's really annoying, because the last time I had like a gap between drawing was also that there was a circumstance that didn't allow me to draw, and that made it so that there was like this, oh man, there was like a very long gap between, like, I had no motivation to draw whatsoever. So I think if I did that sort of specific work a bit longer, I think I would have just been like, I don't think I can do this anymore. Yeah. Okay, get rid of the face. I think it's throwing me off in terms of perspective. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. What sort of expression did I want this character to have? I think I want like sort of a sort of cheeky grin, because I do want to draw this as a wink of sorts as well. So maybe a wink. This one's going to be a full eye over here, nose, and then a sort of cheeky grin, because she's doing a salute, right? She's like, goodbye, suckers. Sort of gremlin vibes. Time gremlin. Okay, let's search for a good reference. What's a good cheeky smile for this? Good question. References? I need to... I mean, theoretically could turn... God damn it. I just saw some AI art and it was... You know how something's distinctly AI because it's either... Oh man, I hate everything. Yeah. Okay, so where is it? Where is a nice cheeky grin that... I guess this can work. I guess, maybe. No, I suppose so. Kind of like that more. Okay, sure. Let's use this as the base of the smile, I guess. Because it is a smile. That is what this is. Okay. Okay, let me draw the neck first. And then we could get everything properly established. Okay, that's the neck. This sort of curves in as well. You have the neck over here. Maybe it's the temperature. Maybe it's the temperature that I'm like so low energy. Because it happens a lot, right? That like, oh my god, let me tell you about the placement of my room, which is the most obnoxious friggin' placement ever. Because you know how the sun rises and it takes you about like, okay, you know what, stupid conversation. But anyways, so the way that my room functions is that it is largely facing the sun is largely facing my room for the majority of the day, which is the most obnoxious thing in existence. Because when nowadays I don't even have to set an alarm to wake up anymore because of the fact that the sun rises and shoots directly towards my room, which turns it into an oven. So I just exist. I wake up, I'm like, guess I'm sweating now. It is ungodly. It is so annoying. It's so, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that, nature, huh? I mean, I'm kind of used to it. I mean, I expect it because it happens pretty much every summer. The way that I know how summer just starts in general is, I'm waking up from heat now. Oh, that's definitely, yep, it's definitely summertime. So that's how I know that's summer. I mean, sometimes during the winter, especially in clear days, like you get that heat as well. It's usually not that bad because the general environment is cold, so it sort of balances it out. But summer, it's just hot. Everything is just, I'm just suffering. So this is a very slight. That's fine. I can rotate it. Why would you do that? Okay, there we go. This didn't move anything, right? No, this didn't move anything. Good. Sometimes when I stream, this thing lags, and then I select another layer for some reason. It's quite obnoxious, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine as well. Okay, so this is going to be a very slight little grin over here, right? So it's like that. Okay. This might be a bit too large of a mouth, I'm not gonna lie. This might be too offset, I'm not gonna lie. That's fine. Look, we'll see how it pieces together midway, and then we'll go and check how it works, okay? I have decided to trust the process, and if trusting the process does not work, then I'll just redo everything. Simple enough, right? Simple enough. That's what everyone does. There we go. And this is a nice little toothy grin. If that's, I don't even know if that's what you call it, to be honest. The perspective of this might be a bit wonky. I think this should be a bit more down the center. No, that should be right because of the fact that it is the character is slightly turned. Should be more over here, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, balls. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. Okay. But obviously that depends on how the final result is, which can make or break an illustration. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's start drawing the eyes. Okay. So this would be the right eye. No, that's the right. Okay, there we go. God, I'm so sore. It's like when I see anyone buffer than me, I'm like, oh, guess I need to work harder now. And I'm like, all right, time to increase training intensity. But the problem is I don't want to become too buff, because that does reduce like your flexibility, because your muscles are just like in the way. So I'm like, my flexibility is already dog water. How much do I want to get buff? Right, especially in martial arts. There's no reason for you to have biceps. Biceps look really nice. No homo. Right? I mean, biceps in general just look really nice. I have a sleeper build. I'm unfortunately very Asian, where I'm very lanky unless I flex. But once I flex, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I have average person build, right? But whatchamacallit, right? So that happens. Yeah, I kind of don't feel like rendering in the eye. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna fix this first. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this first. There we go. So this is, I like how distorted the face is. What was I doing? Okay, well that's fine. That is fine. How do you wink? It's a really dumb question. Like, I'm winking in real life, but anime winks are kind of different. Let me check. Why are they? Why? Is that? I don't think that's. Wait, hold up. Why are anime? This is a legitimate question, but why are anime winks like the eyelashes facing upwards? That's not supposed to happen. I mean, I know like anime is not anatomically correct, because when you close your eyes, generally your eye is like forming a U shape rather than an upside down U shape. That's not quite something I expected. I mean, that's fine, but okay. Yeah, sure. I'll finish this first. So it goes round over here. So it goes round over here. Here. There we go. There we go. And then I'll draw the eye first. So I think generally in anime, when the eyelids are sort of making the actual direction of this means like it's sort of like sad. Where if the wink is towards this way, that's more like happy, I guess, because that's the current trend I'm seeing. I don't know why I'm speaking like someone like that hasn't watched anime. I've probably watched more anime than most of you guys combined, which is a bold claim, but you know, 300 something anime. I think my like on Mal, which is my anime list, my current like watch time is like 78 days or something like that. It was like a pretty ridiculous amount. It was when I still had it was when I still had friggin' attention spans. What is that now? I'm not quite sure actually. An attention span. Interesting. Right. So that's fun. So I'm just gonna have a nice wink over on this side, which so because of the turned body, this is going to suck. Yeah, okay, that's yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Sort of like this. No, sort of annoying. Okay, there we go. How did I draw winks again? Right, there was sort of this. Yeah, that's seems about right. Obviously, I'm gonna have to adjust the angle and whatchamacallit, but yeah, it should be fine. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. I'm gonna need to adjust the eyelids as well. Yeah, cool. Okay. 31 minutes, really? This feels like an eternity, I'm not gonna lie. Not that that's a bad thing, but I've been losing my mind recently. Okay, so switch back to line art. This sort of goes in. Right, so this, okay, fine, I'm straightening up the canvas. This sort of goes back here. This goes here, and then it goes, just goes here, right? Sort of just go like that. Okay, you have a small face. That's fine. I find you have a small face, to be honest. You know, because your other eye is going to be big. I think this would be more up here. Yeah, that's about right. I think I'm gonna have to make this slightly bigger. I'm too lazy to redraw it, so this is what I have now. Okay, why are you doing that? Okay, yeah, that's about right. Should be about here, I guess. Yeah, it's about right. Okay, don't do that. Okay, well, you just screwed up my entire thing. Okay, there we go. Did this side that You know what? I'm just gonna consider that later. Sounds about right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So right now the head is slightly tilted like so, right? So generally you have something that's a bigger eye over here. Alright, so the way that eyes work is that generally would have, or anime eyes, is that you would have the bottom of the eye sort of at the top of the bridge of the nose. So that's generally where you want to place the eye. So if the bridge of your nose is sort of like here, then the eye would sort of be there as well. So it all follows like the same like curvature, right? It's a lot of lines. Like, I mean, it's like that for actual anatomy as well, right? Hi Lock-in, how's it going? Hello, how's it going? How's life? I guess. Right, so there's a reason why the golden ratio is used so much, because geometry in life, it is actually important. Even in art, you can sort of see shapes referring to the what was the actual name? Fibonacci sequence, something along those lines. I just woke up. Nice. Getting ready for school, I guess. Okay. There we go. There we go. Even though my alarm hasn't gone off yet, go back to sleep, man. The best minutes of your of sleep is when you realize that there's still time to sleep. You're like, oh man, I have to wake up, and then you check your alarm. You're like, yeah, I still have like 30 minutes. That's enough for me. I mean, if you tell me to, see ya. Yeah, go back to sleep, man. Go back to sleep. Oh man. I mean, even now, I don't like sleeping, because I think it's the biggest waste of time in all of humanity. I have to recover by doing nothing? You kidding me? You mean the procrastination that I did earlier on in the day but did not count as recovery? God, what a scam. But yeah, even now I still don't like sleeping, but you know, if I'd rather not enjoy sleeping and feel kind of rested the next day than not enjoy sleeping and feel like crap the next day. So yeah, child, go back to sleep. That is way too high. Okay, where's my lines? I need my lines. Where are my lines? Ooh, human nature. Everything is lines. Everything is a line. So generally you'll have a curvature along the face, right? Because it's not really like, your face is not flat. I'm just gonna say that straight out, right? Straight up, rather. Okay. I'm just gonna do this, right? This might be a bit large, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna change that a bit. So this is just generally you'll have this section that's sort of pointed towards the, not like that. You'll have this section pointed towards the okay, I drew down the right layer. But generally you have these little your eyelashes, whatever the bracket of whatever the eye is, pointed towards the nose, like that, right? So you have something like this. I say generally because it honestly depends on style as well, but that's generally a nice like reference. All right, so you have these parts just sort of pointed towards the nose, so like that, because they all, like, again, your body converges at points, right? Your body's all connected together. I learned that a lot in martial arts, because it's like, oh wow, you hurt one part and now everything else is hurting, and you're like, oh, snowball effect, yay. I'm always happy to be in pain. What a wonderful time in life this is. But yeah, that's generally how things work in life. I don't know why I said so tired. I sound like a drunk dad or something. Yeah. Yep. Okay. There we go. So I have these green lines that help with alignment. You should get some as well. You should have some green lines that help you align yourself when you're feeling lost. I need that in real life. Oh jeez. I know I said that with so much glee and joy. I don't have that much glee and joy in life anymore. Why do I sound like a boomer? My therapist is like, wow, you have an old soul. I was like, wow, you can tell, huh? You can tell that I have an old soul. And it's like, yes, indeed. You're right. I do have an old soul. Thanks for noticing. Let me try and get an eye guide going. Okay, how does this work? So I have this, right? And this sort of goes here. Then this eye guide would be this connects here, this connects here. And this connects here, right? You would have this over here, and then this would go over here, right? That's generally how the eye would be. Obviously it looks weird because, well, you have all of these nonsensical things blocking the view, but if you remove all that, not bad. Woo. I don't know, I'm so sorry for anyone who tunes in. They're like, what the frick is this guy doing? Look. Yeah, I don't have anything else to follow that on. It's just look. It's just observe as I do absolutely nothing worthwhile type of deal. Right? I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah. I'm gonna trim down the neck. That's fine. I'll draw the face first, and now I can do whatever the rest is. Or yeah, like I said, I think the face is a bit small, so I'm just gonna adjust the size of it later on, which is fine. That sort of thing happens. I mean, you know, art, improv, all of that happens. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Look. Okay, so that's my eye guide over here. I'm gonna add a couple of eyelashes over here. I don't have to make anything that detailed for this particular illustration. I think what I want to focus more on is just rendering in general for this. And the reason why I say that is because actually I'll show you after I'm done drawing the eyelashes. There we go. After I do this, so if I do this over here, and then I do this over here, there we go. So you see this is so far away. This is absolutely tiny, right? Like, I don't really need to draw things that detailed, to be honest. Like, I think I'm perfectly content with having a less detailed illustration. And just so we're clear. Yeah. Sometimes, like, I use myself as a reference. And you know how generally our heads are not that big. Anime heads are like bobble heads in certain scenarios. So you're like, wow, I keep forgetting to make my head that big. It sounds weird. So yeah, generally I'm like, oh yeah, this head tiny. I need to adjust for that, right? All right, the head. This part is not right. This part should be more curved upwards. See, this one, I'm happy with digital art. If I didn't have digital art, I would need to redo this entire head to make it bigger. I'd be like, oh man, really? But here I can just like circle it and just enlarge it, which is fine, right? It's just more of a hassle if I'm doing traditional, which I don't miss, but I do want to mess around with traditional here and there, just because it's like, it's necessary, right? I think sometimes you need to go back to the basics to really fine-tune everything, right? Because if you don't fine-tune everything, then you're kind of screwed, right? Like, basics are definitely needed for life, for everything, right? It's like, oh, I don't want to do like basic things here and there, but it's like, it's necessary. If you don't have the basics down, you can't do anything more. All right, so you really have to grind the basics out, because those are the foundations for all the more difficult things and everything. Oh, balls, why are you like that? There we go. I should lock this layer. Yeah, I'm just gonna lock the I'm just gonna lock the contrast layer, because sometimes the app lags, and that causes it to be like, haha, now you've selected the contrast layer. I'm like, really? Stop. No, I don't need to see that. Okay. Ugh. You know what? It's a bit wonky looking, but I can fix that. I can fix her. Or, honestly, I don't think any of my cases are, oh, I can fix her. It's more like, we can make each other worse. Or she can fix me. I don't know. Honestly, crap. Honestly, I think one of the biggest motivators for me improving as a person is just seeing other people, especially girls that I want to impress, like doing better than me. I'm like, well, I don't have Riz if I'm not as good as them, so I will improve myself. And I mean, okay, so that was back in high school. I don't really think like that anymore. I just see someone better than me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to improve, right? Good motivational factor, right? But back then I was like, oh, I want to impress girls, but I'm so bad at everything. And I see a girl be good at something. I'm like, okay, if I want to impress them, I'm gonna have to be at least as good as them, and try to be better, right? Because I don't know, freaking teenage hormones or whatever, unga boonga brain, monkey brain. They go like, yes, freaking monkey brain. I don't know. But at the time it was like that. Which sounds really stupid, and it still does. But in my defense, well, in my teenage years' defense, that was generally how, like, stupid this was. Okay, no, that's way too large. There we go. You're too low. But yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think like as I grew up, as I went through like high school, I was like, this is stupid. Why am I even using this to chase after girls? I'm happy, just improving. And then now I am just extremely derpy in general. But yeah. What kind of, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so lost right now. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point either. I'm gonna be honest, Chief. Okay, let me do this. Don't you dare select everything. There we go. And then this ear goes like this. You look like a tooth. Nah, it's fine. I simply do not care enough to Control Z. I did a Control Z. Okay, there we go. How does our ear work? I think it's more like this. We're just gonna keep on doing this, even though I know that's not how our ears work. That's fine. Okay, so how was the original thing? Because I think the original thing was definitely off. Oh no. The original thing actually worked. I just drew it way too small. See, that's the thing with digital art. You're like, ah yes, I shall draw. And turns out you're zoomed in too much, and then you're like, oh, that's not good. That's not good, Chief. Okay, well, that's just bogus. Let me do this. Okay. I have... My current energy output is so low. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's go. It's me, Mario. Sure, let me do this a bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now it's a bit more on aligned. There we go. I'm not dumb. Probably. You know what? I am dumb. You know what? No one can be. Everyone's dumb. Everyone's dumb in different ways, right? It's fine. No one is an all-knowing genius, and that's fine. You know, you don't have to be a genius. That's the thing. That's the thing that I hate about freaking academics. Okay, I'm going on another rants, not a rent. I don't want to pay rent. We'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. That's that's an old Spider-Man reference. Not that old. 2002. No, that was Spider-Man 3, right? That was Spider-Man 3, so that would be 2007, I want to say. But yeah. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. Freaking hilarious. There's so many. I don't think the Tobey Maguire movies necessarily aged well, because I think there's way too much human drama involved, which is, I mean, fine, because that's generally how movies from that era actually functioned, right? Which is fine. But yeah, there's a lot of human drama in there that I'm just like, okay. I don't know how I sat through that during those years as a child. Like, I definitely get them, but I think a lot of people tend to overrate them as well, because of that element of nostalgia, which I understand. They're still good movies, right? But I just think like the human drama aspect is a lot to go through. Anyways, what was I going? What was I talking about before I rant? I was going on the rants. I was definitely going on the rants, which is nothing new. I go on several rants. That's my whole personality. It's just complaining. I just like complaining. I swear I don't complain this much in real life. It's like once the conversation topics have dried up, I just go, all right, time to complain about things that everyone knows are stupid, or that I know are stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. Oh, right. That just led me back to my original conversation topic. It was, yeah, man, I don't like academics because Like, that's generally how people measure success, right? How well did you do at school? Oh, you got an 85. Oh, that's so good. Or if you're Asian, you kind of studied a bit more. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't really like that. I don't really like how academics work, because generally it's kind of depressing that you're measuring success just based off of numbers, or intelligence just based off of numbers, which is how IQ tests work. But IQ tests don't really measure like every single type of intelligence or whatever. They it's more for measuring, like, I don't know, like more in the math side of things, right? I don't know. I haven't done an IQ test in a while. I think I'm like very, very average at the time. If I still have my test results, I'm actually not too sure. But yeah, I think I'm very average. But yeah, one thing that I have against academics is that not everyone is academically smart. You know, like, some people don't really have what it takes to be good at school, and that's fine, right? Especially because, like, the education system at its core is kind of flawed, right? Because it took, like, it took until, like, CEGEP, which is college, for them to actually have a different sort of approach to the education system in my province, at least. I mean, I say CEGEP, so you probably already know which province I'm from. But yeah, in CEGEP, they actually let you have open book tests, which is cool, right? Well, some of the exams, right? Not all of them, but some of them let you have open book tests, and that's cool. A lot of people are like, oh, but then how do you know if you studied? Well, here's the thing. People don't teach you how to study. No one taught you how to study, right? And you're like, well, what do you mean? You just memorize things, right? But that's not. Are you really learning things if you're memorizing them? It's like, you're not really learning things, because you don't know how to apply anything. You're just memorizing things. You're just memorizing the facts because you just want to sort of get through the exam, right? Whereas if you're in college or CEGEP or whatever, they tend to have open book exams, because they're not really evaluating like memorization. They're evaluating your comprehension of the material, even though you took notes, right? Because even if you take notes, you have to understand how to apply those and whatnot, right? So that's something that I very much so enjoyed about CEGEP. But the fact that you grow up like most of your life not even knowing how to properly study it's just depressing. Because the proper way to study, right, isn't just looking at it and reading it over. It's mnemonics. So generally how mnemonics work is that you just create a story with like the thing that you want to like remember and whatnot, right? So there's like generally you'll have like memory championships, right? Or whatever, memory champions or whatever they're called. And they can memorize like a whole lot of things. Like, I think some people can memorize like 3 decks of cards. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm also bluffing, but I think some people can memorize 3 decks of cards like shuffled, and then they memorize the order of all 3 of them. And the way that they do it is through mnemonics, right? Obviously that's a different kind of memorization, but still an efficient way of memorizing things, right? Whereas if you're a college, or whereas if you're a whatchamacallit, a primary elementary school student or whatever, or high school student, you would suffer, right? You would absolutely suffer to memorize through that, right? So yeah. Hey, not bad. Why are you gone? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Probably because of that. That's fine. I'll just redraw it. That's fine. There we go. I'll just do this. There we go. Mnemonics are fine. Okay, I drew the nail already. I almost said Neil. Like Neil Armstrong for some reason. I don't know why. I am 100% a jumbled mess today. But yeah, that's the face. Not bad. I'll take it, to be honest. Maybe I do need a bit more cleaning up for this. I'll check what else I can do. Because I think that's going to wrap it up once I'm done with the face. Oh crap, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, okay, so it shouldn't be like that. It should be more like this, right? Like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Not too many distortions from the scaling thing, which is fine. Right. There we go. There we go. Erase some parts of this. Okay, there we go. A bit more on these sides. Nice. Okay, that's creepy without the eye. There we go. Yeah, looks cute. Looks cute. I just gotta draw the hair and whatnot, and then we should be fine. Yeah. Maybe I need to change the ear a bit, actually. Because right now it's too round. Generally, ears have... Wrong layer. Generally, ears have more of a, hop. They sort of go down here, right? So they sort of have this shape. They're not like completely round like that. They sort of have that. So this should sort of mimic it as well. So over here. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice. Okay, that should be nice. That should be nice. A couple more touches up in here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. I think that will wrap it up. I do have tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to be honest. But I know for the upcoming streams, there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more things that I can do. Because, well, freaking Wuthering Waves is coming out. So that's going to be pretty hype as well. Because, I mean... You know, I gave up on Genshin, so time for another gacha game to take its place. I gave up on Genshin like 3 months in. Like I said, it just took too much time to get like the login rewards and whatnot, and just hoarded like half of my computer's resources. I was just not about that. Right, so Wuthering Waves, I'm hoping that I'm gonna play it a bit more than Genshin. Because I mean, for other gacha games, right, you can just log in, claim the rewards, and then peace out, right? That's that, right? But for Wuthering Waves, but for Genshin, it was like, oh, I have to play the game to get rewards, ugh. And it was just generally an overall pain to play the game, because I mean, there's always metas for the game, right? You can't just like I mean, there's metas for every gacha game, right? Let's be honest. But yeah. It was just a pain to grind everything out. Because, like, you had the missions weren't particularly easy as well, so yeah. So I'm hoping that Wuthering Waves solves a lot of the problems I have with Genshin. Please. But it's just because, like, I'm not willing to invest time into Genshin because I touch grass. Unfortunately, for a lot of Genshin players, they don't touch grass. That was mean, but look, every gacha gamer deserves a roast here and there. Okay, I deserve a roast. Look, I play Fate Grand Order. I deserve a roast. There's not even gameplay in that game. It's just freaking mashing cards. Stupid. But I still play the game because I like Fate, right? And then on May 28th, I believe that Multiverses is gonna come out. So Multiverses was that game. Everyone already probably knows about Multiverses. So cool. That's cool. That's cool. And then we have what was it called? What Wakes in the Deep was something that's gonna come out in June 18 or June 13, I believe. So those are the same people that made Amnesia, one of the Amnesia games. It's not the usual Amnesia dev, but I think they made like one of the Amnesia games. So that's cool. Yeah. And then we also have, what else was releasing in June? I think Kingdom Hearts is releasing in June. That's gonna be nice. I've never actually played Kingdom Hearts because that scares me. I don't think Kingdom Hearts fans know what they're playing. I don't think Kingdom Hearts fans play for the story because no one understands the story. Who actually understands the story for Kingdom Hearts? I don't think a single person know what the story for Kingdom Hearts is. I'm not gonna lie, Chief. But yeah. All right. I think that should wrap it up. I hope that Kingdom Hearts is going to be relatively affordable because I'm poor. But yeah, that should be fine. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this stream, for this low energy stream. The recording paused like 2 minutes ago, maybe 3 minutes ago, because I was just yapping for no reason. But yeah, it's nice to talk and not really care about what you're doing. So yeah. But yeah, that's going to be it, I guess. Yeah. All right. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good night. See you guys. And actually, yeah, see you guys tomorrow for Wuthering Waves. Ooh, yeah. I still have no idea when I'm going to stream in the morning. Ugh. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good night. And all the whole 9 yards. Bye bye.